Welcome to the Startup Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, the host of the show, where we talk about raising funding for your startup and the time it takes to have an espresso. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot of startup funding and investing. The IKEA effect is a cognitive bias defined by Wikipedia as a tendency for people to place a disproportionately high value on objects that they partially assembled themselves, such as furniture from IKEA, regardless of the quality of the end product. Investors will have more affinity for a startup if they've had a hand in helping build it. This leads to bad investment decisions as the investor is supporting the work they put into the startup, even though the startup doesn't meet their criteria for funding. To overcome the IKEA effect, the investor should separate their personal contribution from the investment decision. Compare the startup to others on each aspect of the business, such as team, traction, and market. Review the data to see what it says about the startup, and seek out independent analysis and perspective about the startup. Check to see how it compares against your investment thesis and criteria. The IKEA effect is subtle and can distort one's perceptions. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start us into today. Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early-stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.